Hello, and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in Forza Horizon 2 for a new episode, the first episode of a brand new series called Will It Off-Road. Now, this series is going to span many different types of cars, it's going to span many different types of events, and what we're going to be doing, well, I shouldn't say many different types of events, because it's based on, like I said, one thing, off-roading. And what we're going to be doing is taking many different kinds of vehicles, and we're going to be lifting them, putting off-road tires on them, and seeing if they legitimately will off-road. Like, literally, will it off-road? So, our first candidate for this is going to be something along the lines of a vehicle from a manufacturer that was originally supposed to go off-road, but then the vehicle itself was made to not be able to go off-road kind of in the end. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a Jeep Cherokee SRT8 and we're going to be attempting to turn it back into an off-roader if we can find it. There we are. Now, we already know that the JKU can and the normal JK, but again, we're going to be taking a Grand Cherokee SRT8 and we're going to be using it as our first subject in this Will It Off-Road series. Now, I'm actually going to try and look to see if there's a really good... You know what? I like some of these designs. I really do, actually. Some of these designs are damn good. That's kind of cool. Although, you know what? I'm going to look into... Yeah, we're gonna use one of the standard colors. We'll use one of the standard colors, and then we'll take it to the garage and see what happens. Now, I plan to keep this series going into Forza Horizon 3, because Forza Horizon 3 is going to be very off-road focused. We've already seen that. We already know this. It's going to be very off-road focused throughout its world, throughout its environment. And I feel like getting ready for that now might actually have some advantages. Ow! Good God. Thanks, buddy. Now, I actually have driven one of these in real life. I've driven the newer generation Grand Cherokee SRT8. I haven't driven one of the older ones, so I know the older ones are supposed to be, like, really, really savage if they're modified, and the thing is, these newer ones, they're really comfortable, they're really civilized, they're really comfortable, and then you put it into track mode, and you put your foot in it, and it really gets up and moves. It really, really does. So, suspension lift, which admittedly doesn't lift it all that much. I mean, I feel like there are some other vehicles that could definitely be lifted higher, but it just depends on what you, it depends on really what you see in kind of like the visual difference between the suspension as it is stock and as it is lifted. Now, the only reason why I'm putting race sway bars on this is so that I can adjust them to the point where it's kind of like it has no sway bars, if that makes sense. So we can kind of get a little bit more of a off-roader kind of feel out of it. Let's see. While we're here, we may as well do race brake upgrade because it's always nice to be able to stop. Drivetrain, I'm not sure really all what we need to do as far as power. I know that we're going to go ahead and put the rally tires on because that's as close as we've got to an off-road tire or like an MT compound tire. And we're going to go full width, front and rear, 335 in the front, and 355. Actually, we're going to square it off. 335 in the front and the rear, so square stance front and back. And then for the wheels are an interesting one because I'm not sure really, because we don't have anything that's very off-roady focused. So I'm just going to try and get as close as I can to something off-road-ish. I mean, I don't really even think we've got anything that's remotely off-road related, so it's a little bit tricky to pick a wheel. I mean, if we had like a set of 15 or 16-inch bead locks, that would be like perfect, but we don't really. So, this is like the hardest part now is picking wheels. Normally, it's not that hard because you're not trying to find a somewhat off-roady wheel. I feel like we could just stick with, like, I feel like we could stick with something like that. It's like, it's sort of rally-ish. It's not really, you know, it's not off-roady. It's kind of rally-ish. So, while it's not, you know, it's not perfect, it's definitely not, you know, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. I mean, it kind of, sort of applies. So, we're going to do a few minor upgrades to the engine. Intake, exhaust. Let's see. Go ahead and get intake and exhaust taken care of. That's 496 horsepower. Lightweight flywheel so we can rev a little quicker. And oil and cooling should bump us right up to 503 horsepower. And that's going to give us a nice, even, right there at 500 horsepower. I think it's going to be really good for us. And then, tuning. Tuning. This is going to be the fun part, or at least I hope. Let's see. Alignment. We won't really mess with the alignment too much for now. The sway bars, we're going to go full soft because I'm going to try and simulate not having any sway bars. So, hopefully this does that. Springs, they've already been set to full soft and full high. Dampening, we may leave the dampening alone for now. And then for the diff is going to be left standard. It's going to be left on its own. And then, now I'm going to go ahead and see what it can, I guess, do when you take it off-road. It's like, Okay, first of all, the amount of body roll is tremendous. Did it lift a wheel when we were going around that corner? I want to say it lifted a wheel. I don't know. I'm not sure. Alright, as soon as we get out of the festival area, we'll see how it... We'll see how it does when it comes to the actual off-roading part.
One of Horizon's top drivers is in the...
Now, you know what? Excuse me, hay bale. I'm gonna get on this dirt road because, you know what? That's kind of what I built this for. You know what? It actually kind of... I like the amount of weight transfer it has because it's so, because the sway bars are so loose, it actually transfers its weight from side to side really, really easily, and you can break it loose literally just by tapping the brakes. It's kind of nice. It gives it this real, like, I don't know, it gives it this real kind of funky type feel to it. The only thing is, when you hit an uneven spot, the thing is, that could happen to anything. That could happen to, like, any kind of vehicle. Oh, yeah, that spot right there is weird. Oh, God. Trees! Ah! We went for a good ways without hitting one, I'll have to say. Now... when it comes to jumps, I'm curious. Not bad. I just want to find an actual jump that's not like, you know, that doesn't just go into a guardrail and stop. Oh God, hello, hello, hello. Ah, yes. Trail. Where's the trail? Where's the trail? Right here. That's what I was looking for anyway. I definitely feel like I want to test the next vehicle that we do on Storm Island because then we can really get a much more in-depth off-road look at it. Because, I mean, here at the mainland, I mean, we can, and these roads are good. They're just not as good as the Storm Island roads. They really aren't. What I want to do is take it off some jumps. And if we take it off some jumps, we can really see how this suspension will absorb the jumps. And then not only that, but we can also see if they're, like, if the setup actually works on, like, a proper rally course. The only problem, though, with running a suspension setup this soft is that when the weight of a vehicle like this will transfer, it will take you with it. Like, it will pull the whole vehicle if you didn't set up for that in advance. Like, if you didn't set up for that in advance, it will pull you, and it can be kind of savage. Oh! I actually took the jump decently well. I mean, before hitting the tree, obviously, but still. Oh, God. Got a little bit of woods to navigate. Excuse me. God, it needs to be daytime. Please. Daytime, please. Daytime, please. Oh, I know exactly what we're gonna do. Yup. I know how we're gonna test this, too. Alright, come on, Jeep. Come on, Jeep. We're gonna try and build up some speed. Do not hit the... Damn it. No, okay. Trying to use the edges of the highway to build up speed. It didn't really work. Thing is, too, since it's so dark, you can't really see where the proper edge is. That's what I wanted to do, really, was actually land a jump and just feel kind of how it absorbed the landing. And actually, since the Horizon Festival is just over there, I know what jump we're going to use. And the jump we're going to use is... The jump we're going to use is pretty legit. It's a pretty perfect jump. I just don't like the fact that these woods can get in the way. I never did like that. Alright, let's see here. We get through these farm fields a little bit. May as well just... Oh, crap. I forgot about the fence. Damn it. Completely forgot about the fence. Okay, so we need to get back to the dirt road, and then from the dirt road, we need to get back to the road that the Horizon Festival is on. And I think we actually ran this road earlier, if I'm not mistaken. But as you can see, though, it's super controllable sideways. Like, it's easy to use the weight transfer to your advantage and just drift on the dirt. Especially with just, like, a little tap of the e-brake, and you're good to go. But at the end of this stretch, there is a jump that we are going to take that's going to be awesome. I mean, it's going to be probably the jump that probably you guys already all know what it is, or what it's going to be. But nonetheless, oh damn it, oh damn it, oh excuse me, BRZ. That BRZ did not survive, like, at all. It was done. Come on. This is going to be our testing jump. Go! Yeah, sorta. Ow. Ow. Come on. Wow, it actually came back. Like, no joke, it legit came back. But you know what? I actually think this thing does better lifted than I originally imagined it would. I think it's actually a pretty decent off-road vehicle when you lift it. Now, the further segments of this series will be done on Storm Island, unless you guys want them to be done on the mainland. I personally feel like they'd be more fun on Storm Island, but again, I'd like to hear your feedback about that in the comments section. If you did enjoy this video and the beginning of this new series, don't forget to hit the like button. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it, as always, and if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later, and hope you guys enjoyed.